Certainly. Here's a gripping true crime-style story about the murder of a nurse in a small town, layered with suspense, secrets, and a chilling twist. Willow Creek, a quiet, rural town where everyone knows your name and your secrets. Emma Caldwell, 29, was a beloved nurse at Willow Creek Medical Center. Known for her kindness, she worked night shifts in the ER and often volunteered at the town's senior home. On a cold March morning, she was found murdered behind the clinic, her body positioned deliberately, eyes closed, and her nurse badge placed on her chest. She had no known enemies, no signs of assault, no security footage, and no one had seen her leave the hospital that night. Sheriff Mason Briggs, a seasoned investigator and lifelong resident of Willow Creek, had rarely dealt with violent crime. But the brutality of Emma's murder shook the town, and him, to the core. The first suspect was Dr. Alan Mercer, the ER physician on duty that night. Rumors had long swirled that he and Emma had a romantic past, one that ended badly. Mercer claimed he left early and hadn't seen her after midnight, but his car was still in the parking lot when Emma was found at 6 a.m. Detectives discovered Emma had filed an anonymous report a week prior, alleging that someone at the hospital was stealing controlled substances from the medical supply room. The report was traced back to her hospital login. An inventory log confirmed it. Dozens of fentanyl vials had disappeared. Whoever was responsible had motive to silence her. Then a second bombshell dropped. A nurse named Holly Renner, who worked the same shift, had recently been suspended for a personal leave. But in truth, she'd tested positive during a random drug screening and had been quietly let go. But Holly wasn't in town anymore. She'd fled days after Emma's murder. As Sheriff Briggs dug deeper, a keycard log revealed something odd. Emma's keycard was used to access the medical cabinet 3 hours after her estimated time of death. Someone was trying to make it look like Emma was still alive. Forensics later revealed that fingerprints on the badge left on her chest belonged not to Holly, not to Dr. Mercer, but to Karen Dupree, the hospital's lead administrator. She had been the one managing the controlled substances inventory and the one who quietly dismissed Holly without alerting authorities. Under pressure, Karen confessed she had been skimming drugs for nearly a year, falsifying records, and using Holly as a cover. Emma had discovered the truth and threatened to go public. Karen lured her outside under the guise of a quiet talk, then struck her with a blunt object and staged the scene to look symbolic, blaming the stolen drugs on a ghost employee while painting Emma as unstable. Karen was sentenced to life in prison. Holly returned to testify, revealing that Karen threatened her into silence. Dr. Mercer, though cleared, left Willow Creek shortly after. The hospital added security cameras and a memorial bench for Emma by the garden where she used to sit on breaks. But for many in Willow Creek, the memory of a nurse who cared too much and trusted the wrong person never faded.